So, I'm really not much of a baker. I mean, like, I have baked. I've made cookies and stuff before, and, I have made banana bread before, and it's not that I've never baked. It's just that I'm really not a baker, but I am a kitchen experimenter, so I am going to kind of follow a recipe and kind of not follow a recipe because that's just the way I roll. So I'm making banana bread, and yeah, welcome to my world. Here I am. I have my headgear on now, and yeah, I'm gonna get going. So I'm gonna use both cameras today just to see how that works, because then I can turn and talk to you guys, and while I'm cooking and in editing, I can hopefully, oh, look at my ears sticking out. Anyway, okay, so I have a recipe here for banana bread, and I'm just going to modify it a little bit. So it calls for a half a cup of butter, and so that is going in. Ugh, I'm going to just scrape that off. Oh, and let's take this off while we get stuff started. Otherwise, I'll make a mess of it. You know how I am. So something else that I'm doing that I've never done is I've never baked with fresh vanilla, with real vanilla. I've always just used extract. And my extracts are not ready yet. Actually, we should give them a little, well, I did. I gave them a little sniff test. So I gave my vanillas a little bit of a sniff test, and they're not ready yet. They still smell too much like alcohol to be of any use. I'm gonna go grab an apron because otherwise I have a tendency to just wipe my hands off. I think it's from painting, because when I paint I do that. I just wipe it on my painting apron. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get an apron. I'll be right back. Alrighty then. Okay, so I've got my half cup of butter, and now the recipe calls for 1 1/4 cups of sugar. So I'm actually going to use, I'm going to cut the sugar back a little bit because we don't need that much sugar. I'm going to use a half a cup of Splenda. Come on in, Mom. My camera can't see you.
I'm doing cat food stuff.
Are you? Alrighty, have at her. I'm baking. So I'm going to use a half a cup of Splenda and a half cup of brown sugar. And then maybe I will throw in a 1/4 cup of regular white sugar. Now, I think I'm going to try it with just the half cup. My hands are clean. Honestly. Alright, there we go. We'll make it a nice packed half cup. And then I wonder if I should drizzle a little honey in there. I don't know. We'll see. I might have to fry up a little one of these just to taste it before I actually throw them in the oven. Yeah, that might be a possibility. Anyway, let's throw a couple eggs in here, and we're going to start beating. I know they say that you shouldn't beat your eggs on the side of your bowl because, and really for me, that's fact, right? I should not beat my eggs on the side of the bowl, because the odds of me getting shells into my cookies or bread or whatever it is I'm making are pretty high.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this. I do keep the eggshells though for the garden. Okay. So there's two reasons actually why I'm baking tonight. One of them is that I really do want to learn how to bake so that I can make healthier options for my family. Instead of the store-bought sweets that we tend to go through in this house. I'm hoping I can make something that is as sweet or you know, satisfies that sweet craving, maybe without quite so much sugar, and maybe with a few things in it that are going to make it just a little bit healthier. So I'm going to turn this on for a minute. So
Spoiled sport.
What did you say? I can't believe you said that. You're so mean.
This isn't going. Do you have it on?
It's not plugged in.
That's why.
Would you like me to unplug it? Or would you like me to
Just
plug it in
just
for a
few
second?
seconds, yeah. Are you still recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have to say I told a lie.
You told a lie?
Yes.
What was that lie? Let me make sure I'm seeing you. I think I'm seeing you.
I really have not ever found an eggshell in your cooking.
Oh. No, I take them out before I actually cook. If I ever get one in, I do have a little trick for that, for getting them out. You actually, if you use a piece of your eggshell,
Yeah, it picks it out.
and scoop it out, it's the only way you're going to get it, I tell you what. Because if you try to reach in with your finger or something, you are not going to get a hold of that little sucker.
Yeah.
But reach in with part of the eggshell and you'll be able to get it. So, okay, so I think that's it, right? My oven is heated. I have my muffin tins ready. Sugar and butter. Oops. Okay, well, I already put the eggs in there, but oopsie. You know what? It'll taste good. Anyway, I'm sure it's not a super complicated recipe, and it's banana bread, so, you know, it kind of lends itself to modification. We're gonna beat this. All these fancy gadgets like this mixer, right? And, you know, I probably haven't used it 30 times in the... Gosh, I've had this thing forever, at least 10 years. I mean, seriously. I need to learn how to do stuff with it, because what is the point of having all these things if you don't use them? So they're supposed to make my life easier, and apparently I'm not going to get out of cooking for my family, so I might as well just get used to doing it. Suck it up, Buttercup. Okay, so bananas, buttermilk, and vanilla is what we're putting in here now. Well, I don't have any buttermilk, so I'll just be using regular milk. And it calls for a teaspoon of vanilla, which apparently is the equivalent of 1 vanilla bean. So we're going to split it down the middle. And I don't know, supposedly you split it down the middle. And then scrape out some goop that's in there. Did I not cut through it? Come on now. being so dang stubborn. Ugh, and the lighting in here is so horrible, right? There we go. That's what I want. Oh, it's dry. I kind of thought it would be more liquidy or more goopy, I guess. So, and then I'll put this vanilla bean, I'll split it up and put it, oh my goodness, look at what a mess I'm making. I'll split it up and throw it into my 2 vanillas there, the one that I'm doing with the brandy and the one that I'm doing with the vodka. Look at how beautiful that is. It's interesting to me that it's so dry. I have added in my pineapple here, and I'm just going to give this a quick little stir. And I'm going to add my dry ingredient. A little helps to keep me a little bit neat anyway, because in case you didn't notice, I'm a little bit of a klutz. I'm going to put a lid on that. Okay, so that's good. So here's where the modifications really start. So this is my green powder, and I am going to put in 2 tablespoons of my lovely green powder. 1, 2. And these are some chia seeds, which are supposed to be good for you. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of those. And I'm going to get this going a little bit, just on low. And I'm going to toss in, like, it doesn't really call for any seasoning in this or flavors in this, but I am going to toss in just a, I don't know, a hint of cinnamon and even less nutmeg, just one little spritz, and I have the little thingy on there. Okay, and then my recipe calls for a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of salt. So I'll put those on. This is my baking soda, my teaspoon. My baking soda is a little bit old and crunchy. I suppose I should sift it. I don't have a sifter. I don't own a sifter. Alright, well, there's a teaspoon of that. And let's be there. Teaspoon of salt. See, look, I'm measuring. I don't usually, because I know that, and I know this because I've measured it in my own hand, and so this is what you do if you don't want to have to measure every time, is you measure it out. And then you pour it in your hand. And you see how much is in your hand. So that is a teaspoon. Right? In my hand, that is a teaspoon. Your hands might be bigger than mine. So, yeah. It's easier, actually, with a spoon going into this thing. But, okay, now it calls for 2.5, I believe, cups of all-purpose flour. And so I'm not going to use all-purpose flour. I don't use it very often. I will put a little bit in, but it's not something that I like to use a lot. So instead, I'm going to put some oatmeal. I'm going to use a cup of oatmeal. And then I'm going to use 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour. Alright, let's turn this up a bit. Yeah, so we're going to add another half a cup. Oh, we'll have to do 2/4. Okay, I'm going to let this get all mixed up, and I will be back in just a minute. How silly do I look with this on? But let me tell you, it gives you a good shot of what I'm doing. So I can't wait to get this into the art room and play with some paint with it. It's going to be fun. Anyway, so I have my batter here, and you can see the kind of consistency that it is. It's, you know, kind of a semi-thick, gloppy consistency. About the same as what a banana bread would be from what I remember the last time I made banana bread. And I'm going to start with the big cups, and then if I have any left, I'll see about throwing them in the little cups. But yeah, I'm going to fill up my and I'm going to fill them about 2/3 of the way full, and I'll be back when they're all done. So this is what we got out of it. We got this one, and we got this one with giant muffins, and I did fill them about 2/3 of the way full. The things that I saw said 2/3 to 3/4 of the way full, and I went with 2/3 because that's what worked for me, I guess. I don't know. That's how it worked out evenly. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to throw these into the oven at 350. I'm going to do the small ones for 25 minutes and check them. And then I'm thinking the bigger ones are probably going to need 35 to 40. And we'll see if these ones need 30. We'll check them at 25 though and see what's going on. Alright, I'll be back. Buzzer has buzzed. And we're going to check them out. They smell fabulous. So let's... Okay, well, I could have filled them a little bit higher, I suppose. They didn't raise that much. It's not really coming out 100% clean. Let's... Yeah, no, not quite. I think they need another 5 minutes. We're going to give them another 5 minutes anyway. So, we'll be back. It's okay. Take your time. Take your time. We're not in any hurry. But rush. No.
What you got? Smells good.
I know. Here, you want me to... Which one do you want?
I want any of them.
You want any of them?
Yeah.
You don't want to pick the biggest or the smallest? Or...
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, there you go. They're hot. You might want a napkin.
Wow. Are you still cooking some?
I am. I'm still cooking the big ones for about a minute and a half.
I think it's too hot to eat.
It might be. Well, we'll come back then. We'll blow on it.
I'm going to.
Oh, and one thing. Wait.
Wait.
One thing that you should never, ever, ever do.
It's blow on a muffin.
No. No, you can blow on a muffin anytime you want to. There's no problem with that. But the one thing that you should never, never, never do is like lick the bowl or lick the spoon or any of that before it's cooked. That is bad, 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 bad. Don't do it. Don't do it. No.
I am 80 years old and I've been licking the bowls all my life. If I'm going to die of salmonella,
so be it.
so be it.
All right, go ahead. You can try it now.
That's half the fun of cooking.
All right.
What else is in there?
I don't know. You tell me.
I think that was just a piece of banana that I ran into.
Okay.
And that wasn't cooked to 450 degrees.
Probably not, though.
Probably not banana.
No, no. Oh,
What it?
I've been pineapple. This is a banana pineapple muffin.
I see. Well, it was something fruity.
Yeah, so it was bananas would be mush, right? But the pineapples would be more chunkier. And let's.
Okay, can I go now and just enjoy this?
Well, what did you think?
I love it.
You love it?
Yeah.
Okay, and those look done.
I'm looking forward to a big one for breakfast.
Okay.
Maybe 2 or 3 more little ones for midnight snack.
All right, you may go.
I will go. You want to bite?
Yeah. Did you already bite that part?
I just picked it off of there, but my fingers touched
Well,
it.
where did you eat?
I just picked a little piece off like that and ate it. I didn't take a bite out of there. Do you like it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good.
So tell the folks how you like it.
I like it. I really, really like it.
I'm showing the back of my head.
Uh-huh.
Do that.
And your butt.
And my butt.
Your big butt, according to you.
See, that's why you don't build bombs.
That's why I don't build bombs. I measured it wrong.
You're not a heart surgeon either.
And I didn't double check. I just
Didn't
threw it
double
in.
check. Well, he's wired now. It'll be okay. Don't put some more water.
Well, it's baking. It's not rocket science.
Evidently not. You know, you have portions of things that go in to bake, you know, when you bake something. Not, throw this in, throw that in. Maybe my grandmother could get away with it because she was a baker for years, but...
Yeah, I wasn't a baker for years. I never really baked.
I'm not even going to comment.
Anything. You want to tell the lovely people about your Valentine's cake that I made?
You mean, oh, the one that was, you know, looked like a mason put it together?
No, yeah, it looked like a heart. It was beautiful.
It was icy.
Only the parts that were holding the cake together.
It's like there was... I used icing like cement.
I used it like mortar.
Yeah. There's a hole there. I'll just ice it.
Just to fill it up with icing.
You cut a big old chunk of cake out. You have to put it in there and come find out. There ain't no cake. It's a good chunk of icing. You know.
I laughed so much that day.
You what?
I laughed so much that day while I was making that thing. I had tears running down my eyes. If only I would have been videotaping back then.